Hey guys, my name is Isabella and welcome to my ASMR channel. So before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say that if you enjoy, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up, and if you're looking for extra videos by me, you can check out my Patreon, where for only $1 each month you can get 5 extra ASMR videos each and every month. But now let's get into today's video. Hey, thanks for meeting me. Yeah, I know it's kind of late, but I couldn't take any chances. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. You know, I can't go out in the sunlight, so this was our only option, but yeah, thanks for coming. And I just wanted to say also just thank you for keeping my secret. Yeah, you don't know what a big deal that is. I don't just trust anyone, you know, with this information, obviously. So it means a lot to me that I can trust you and that I can depend on you to not tell anyone what I really am, because if that information got in the wrong hands, it could be really, really bad. Yeah, like I don't even know what people would do. They would be terrified of me. I'd have to leave my home. I'd have to be on the run. So I don't know, the fact that I can trust you just really, really means something to me. And this might be crazy. I completely understand if you don't feel comfortable, because if I was in your position, I really don't know if I would feel comfortable. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here and take a chance. So I was thinking that maybe you'd want to go out with me sometime, maybe on a date, obviously at night, so that I don't burst into flames on our date. So any daytime activities would be out of the question, so it would have to be something when the sun has set and it's completely dark out. But yeah, aside from that, I can pretty much do anything that you would normally do on a date. I usually don't date humans, but I'm willing to make an exception for you because I think there's something special between us, and I just feel like I can really trust you and depend on you. So that really means something to me, and I won't forget that. Even if you say no, just know that I'm never going to cause you any harm. I would never do anything harmful to you. I would never hurt you, and I would make sure that no one else tries to hurt you. So don't feel like you have to say yes. I'm completely rational. You know, I'm over 1,000 years old, so I have learned to not get hung up on, you know, rejection or just typical human emotions that can really get in the way or ruin a friendship. Because even if you don't want to go on a date, I still think we could remain friends for the next 70 or so years, 80 years, however many years you have left in your human lifespan. Okay, really? I think we would have so much fun. I'm so happy that you said that. Yeah, I think we would have so much fun on our date. Do you mind? I'm really hungry right now. Yeah, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, I told you that I always keep my blood in wine bottles just to look more discreet. I think it helps keep eyes off me, you know. I don't want anyone to become suspicious of what or who I am, so it's always just for the best. Well, yeah, and you know, I even enjoy my glass of wine, but I just am so hungry. Yeah, I was asleep all day today. So, no, this is actually not animal blood. It's human, but, I got it from a blood bank. Yeah, you know, I don't attack humans. But, you know, it's just animal blood is just not as satisfying as actual human blood. Honestly, even having it from a blood bank, I'll be completely honest, is not as satisfying as having it straight from a human. Blood at 98.6 degrees, there's just nothing like it. Honestly, it's like, imagine your favorite meal fresh out of the oven. What's your favorite meal? Imagine a homemade pizza, you know, straight out of the oven. The cheese is all gooey, the crust is perfect. Yeah, exactly. And then imagine cold pizza, which some people prefer cold pizza, but a lot of people also prefer it right out of the oven. So just depends on your preference. I have adjusted to a life of cold pizza, is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, back when I was first turned, I went a little crazy at first. I have a lot of guilt from that time in my life of just destroying human lives. Yeah, it was a dark time. I just didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't control myself. I hope this isn't making you uncomfortable at all, this conversation. That's completely understandable. We can switch topics. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you don't mind me talking about this. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, right when I was turned, it's just nice to have someone to talk to about this. I've been on my own for such a long time because I don't like to make human connections with people if they don't know what I actually am, because then they'll notice that I'm not aging, and I can usually only remain friends with people for a few years before they start to kind of catch on to like why I still look the way that I look, and I don't look a day older. So yeah, there's only so long I can say that I've been getting preventative Botox for before they start getting fooled. Exactly. Yeah, you know, it's not bad, you know, being able to live forever, having eternal life, but it's just kind of hard because you're kind of like stuck in the same stage of life for all these years. Like, I'm at a point where older adults still think like they know more than me, and like, you know, I'm just, you know, some young adult experiencing life for the first time, and it's like, no, I'm over 1,000 years old. I have lived like 1,000 of your lives. So it's kind of like, sometimes that gets, honestly, is like a little pet peeve of mine, like people thinking like they know more than me, and I'm like, if only you knew how much life I have lived. You know, I've lived everywhere, every part of the country, every part of the world. I always seem to come back here though. This is home. Yeah, this is home for me. This is where I was born. I always like to return home here. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah. Oh, how was I turned? I haven't told you that yet. Yeah, I guess you're still just adjusting to the fact that I'm a vampire, so we wouldn't have gotten to probably the how did it happen conversation yet. But I was actually at home one night. I was home alone and my family was out. So I was home alone and I heard a sound in the backyard and I walked outside and that's all I remember. Yeah. Walked outside. Next thing I knew, I had a bite mark on my wrist and there's still a bit of a scar there. You probably can't tell. I mean, it has been 1,000 years, it's kind of faded. But yeah, next thing I knew, I was craving blood, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I moved out of my house because the temptation of being around other humans, I mean, even if they were my family, obviously I loved my family so much, and I didn't want to potentially hurt them, at some point if a craving took over me and I couldn't control myself. So I moved out. I faked that I was engaged, getting married, and I hired someone actually to pretend to be my fiance, and I pretended we were moving across the country. I continued writing letters home to my family. Remember, this was a long time ago, so all we had was letters, but I continued writing letters to my family, and yeah, you might not think there were backyards 1,000 years ago, but there were. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, okay, I may have been being dramatic. I'm not actually 1,000 years old. I'm like 250 years old. Yes. Yeah, I'm 250 years old, sorry. That was me being a little dramatic, but trust me, 250 years feels like 1,000 years old. So, I know, I'm a lot younger than you thought. So our age difference is only like 217 years, right? How old are you again? No, 200. Our age difference would be like 217, no, 27. 27? Yeah, 227 years. That's our age difference. So, not that much, right? Not that big of a deal. I know, we live in such an interesting time where, like, being a vampire, I feel like, is considered cool. I mean, like, look at Twilight, the Vampire Diaries. People are really, really into the whole vampire thing. I actually think there are a lot of people out there, probably if I asked them, they'd be, like, into being turned into a vampire, but that could just get crazy. I wonder if we could start a business. Can you imagine how much money people would probably pay to be turned into a vampire? Yeah, I mean, like, I would never do that, but just an interesting thought. I was thinking, like, since people are so into, like, the whole vampire genre, it makes me think that there are probably more people out there than you would guess that would be into being a vampire. But I would never turn anyone. Plus, I haven't sampled real human blood, like straight from a human, in so many years that if I did, I genuinely don't know if I could control myself, which is a really scary thought. So yeah, so I would never like test the limits and see if I could, because that could just end in pure chaos, and that would be bad, very bad. So anyway, enough about me. Are you feeling okay about this whole, like, dating a vampire thing? Like, are you nervous at all? Do you think there's a chance that I could have a weekend moment where I might turn on you? Okay, because I would never want to make you feel uncomfortable. Like I said, if at any point you start to feel uncomfortable, you have to be honest and tell me, because that is my biggest concern, is making you uncomfortable. Okay, great. Just gonna have a little more. So what do you want to do for our date? Yeah, we could have a nighttime picnic, look at the stars. We could go to dinner. I mean, I can eat human food. It's just like not that great. It's kind of like, would you rather have your favorite food fresh out of the oven, like we were talking about, or a plain unsalted rice cake? And that's kind of like what human food is to me. But you know what I can do? I'll bring a flask of in with me. I'll order some red wine, swap it out. No one will know the difference. Yeah. I mean, if you feel comfortable with that, I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable. Okay. I am so happy that I was honest and open with you and told you, because it's really hard keeping this secret. It really is. It's such a lonely thing living with a secret like this, because you feel like you can never be yourself, never truly let anyone in. And just for the longest time, I've just wanted to be able to let someone in and let someone know, like, who I really am. And the fact that, like, I can trust you, you don't know, like, what an amazing feeling that is. After so many years of secrecy, to have someone that I can completely depend on and that I know isn't going to hurt me is just such an amazing feeling. Yeah. And if at any time you want to become a vampire, you just let me know, because I would totally change you if you want. And then think of how many years of fun nighttime dates we would have together. Yeah. No. If you go out during the daytime, all that happens, well, it's not all that happens. You like light on fire and burn to bits. But that whole sparkling thing is like no. That doesn't happen. I know. Twilight really got that one wrong. But okay, I should get going. Honestly, I'm really craving more blood. I have to go to the blood bank. But I don't think you're ready to see me do that yet, because I do feel kind of guilty, like breaking into a blood bank and stealing blood from the blood bank, because, people need that. But like, I guess the way I view it is like, I technically need it too, just I need it for a different reason. Yeah. But it's super easy. I just mind control the security guard, who is right, there's like an exit right that goes directly into the blood bank area where they store the blood in the freezer or refrigerated section. So I just mind control him, go inside, turn right, and I'm in there, get it super quickly. There are no security cameras. Thankfully, there was one, but like I broke it. Like last year, and lucky for me, they have not fixed it yet, which honestly is kind of like, shouldn't you have fixed that? But it works out well for me. So I'm gonna go get more blood because I am hungry. But I will see you tomorrow for our date dinner. Okay. I think the sun, let me see, because the sun is always setting at a different time. So let me just double check. It says sunset is at 7:08 p.m. So why don't we do, just to be completely safe, why don't we do 8:30 p.m. Okay? Yeah, do you want to come here and pick me up? Okay, great. Okay. I'll see you then. Bye.